guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing the 25 gamer facts about me tag. So I honestly haven't seen anybody else who's in the gaming community do this tag, like literally at all. Not on Instagram, not on Twitter, not on YouTube. So I don't know if this is my original idea. I don't know if I'm gonna be the first person that does this, or if there was someone that did it. You know, I just haven't seen them, but I just haven't like came across anybody doing a 25 gamer facts about me type of tag. So hopefully this will be fun for you. So basically the 25 gamer facts about me is just like the 25 bookish facts about me, but instead of me listing facts that are book related about myself, I'll be listing video game facts about myself. So hopefully you guys enjoy this video, and let's get into it. So the first is I own multiple copies of the same game. So true. Like, I'm sure some of you can relate to owning multiple copies like I do, but I have like the same game on like different systems. Like I might have a game that's on that I have for the PSP, also for the PS Vita, or a game that I have on my laptop that I have for my Switch, and just, you know, all that. I just enjoy owning like multiple copies of the same game because I really want to support the developers behind it, and if I really like the game, of course I want to get it multiple times. I prefer physical games over digital, so 100% true. I do not vibe with digital games at all. I just like the feeling of having something physical that could sit on my shelf or that I could look at and take pictures of, and especially since you know, physical games get, you know, collector's editions, limited editions, you know, all of that, and digital games don't. I really enjoy collector's editions, limited editions, special editions, all that. So of course, you know, if I want to get those editions, I gotta, you know, buy the game physically. So I just really don't care for digital. You know, no shade, no hate to anybody who like prefers digital. I can understand the pros to it versus the, you know, pros of you know, having physical, but no, I just prefer, you know, physical. I love collecting CEs and LEs of games. So like I just said, I love collecting collector's editions, limited editions, special editions of games. They are just like my vibe. I just love them a lot, and you could get like a bunch of different goodies. You get like CD soundtracks, and I just really love, you know, the extra stuff you get with your favorite game. Like, I totally vibe with that. Fourth is my favorite genre of games are visual novels, choice-based, story-driven, and JRPGs, or, you know, RPGs. So yeah, I really enjoy those type of genres. I vibe with them. You know, not much else to say. They're my favorite type of genres. My least favorite genre though is FPS and strategy. So yeah, I don't really care to like strategize or like figure stuff out, and I don't really care for first person shooters. You know, I don't really care for Call of Duty or Halo or anything like that. I just don't know. Like literally Cyberpunk is the only first person shooter, I guess you could say, game that I like, because it is in first person and you do you know, shoot with guns and everything. So it's really the only FPS game that I have that I really like. The consoles I own are PS1, Nintendo Wii, Game Boy Advance, SP, Game Boy Color, PS Vita, PSP, PS4, Nintendo Switch, and Nintendo 2DS. So yeah, these are all my babies. I love every single one of them except for the 2DS. I really wish I would have gotten either a 3DS or get like the Nintendo, the 2DS XL, but unfortunately I don't have that. So, but yes, I love my babies. My favorite babies are the PSP, the PS Vita, you know, Switch, PS4. Like, that's my whole vibe. I have my whole collection like just sitting on my bookshelf. 7 is I have owned a PlayStation console since I was a kid, but I didn't become a fan of PlayStation till I bought my PS Vita and PS4. So very true. When I was younger, my cousin bought me the PlayStation 1, and that was my first PlayStation console, but I really didn't care for it that much, and I didn't really care to like play or even buy PlayStation games until I, you know, started like playing the PS4, and you know, I've always been interested in the Vita, so once I started playing now, it's like, yeah, I love this. So yeah, I'm a late, you know, PlayStation fan, but you know, I mean, there are PlayStation games that I really liked, but I just didn't care to like try to get myself. Like, I remember my cousin, you know, he had like all the PlayStations, and I remember like watching him playing his PlayStation, playing, you know, GTA and, you know, Tony Hawk and all that, and I really like GTA and Tony Hawk. Those are my favorite PlayStation games, but I don't know, for some reason at that time I didn't really care to get those games or get like, you know, the later PlayStation consoles for myself until I started playing the PlayStation 4 with my friends from high school, and then that's when I was like, oh, I really like the PlayStation. I really like the PS4. 8th is my favorite childhood video game is the Tony Hawk's game and Animal Crossing. So speaking of Tony Hawk, yeah, I love Tony Hawk. I love him as a person. Like, I remember watching my cousin playing the Tony Hawk games, and I even played them myself with him, and then I was happy when they came out with the Tony Hawk like Pro Skater, you know, remaster everything. So it's my first Tony Hawk game that I'm owning on the PlayStation. And yeah, Animal Crossing, I loved Animal Crossing since like you know, when I played it on the original DS. I know the first Animal Crossing game is for the GameCube, but mine wasn't until, you know, the DS. And it's called Wild World. So. 9th is I own every Animal Crossing game except for the OG on GameCube. So like I said, I own every Animal Crossing game except for the one on GameCube, because I don't really care for the GameCube console, and I don't really care to get Animal Crossing on there. I just don't really vibe with the graphics. Like, I prefer the graphics in the DS. We're talking retro. 10th is my current favorite video game that I have fond memories of is Cyberpunk. So yeah, I love, like, when I think about Cyberpunk, it just gives me warm fuzzies because I just had such an amazing time with it, and I just miss the whole world, and yeah, I miss it, and I can't wait to replay it one day. So yeah. 11, I enjoy collecting video game merch. So yeah, I enjoy collecting video game merch, you know, like I said, in collector's editions, limited editions, all of those editions is really fun for me. I love like taking pictures of it and, you know, having it like sitting out in my room. It's just really fun for me. 12th is my favorite video game devs are Deck9, Dotnod, or Dotnod, David Cage / Quantic Dream, Naughty Dog, Supermassive Games, Atlas, Idea Factory, BioWare, and Sega. So yeah, these are all my favorite video game companies. You know, I have played or own you know, video games from these companies, and I really like them as developers. I could tell, you know, how passionate they are about what they're creating and everything. So yeah. 13, I have developed my own visual novel games. So yeah, years ago I have made my own visual novel games, and you can actually, well, no, you can't play them, right? I was about to say you can actually play them, but no, you can't play them because the link is expired, and because I don't have the files on my current computer, I can't update it. I'm sorry to say that, because it's funny, because the other day I had received an email from someone trying to play, you know, trying to download and play one of my visual novel games, but unfortunately I can't you know, update. Like I said, I can't update because the link is expired. So unfortunately I can't update the download link for my visual novel games because I don't have the original file of the games, because how it works. I don't know if it's changed, but the last time I saw is how it works is that you take, no, you take the files of your game and then you put it together in like a folder, and then you put that folder and upload it to itch.io, or you know, whatever, but in this case I use itch.io because the program I had used was RimPy. So with RimPy, the last time I saw is, or the last time I used it, that's how, you know, you're able to like, you know, put the game onto itch.io, is that you take the files, you put them together in a folder, and then you upload that folder to itch.io. And unfortunately, like I said, since I no longer have access to these files, I can't, you know, update it with the new folder and update, you know, the link with, you know, new links. So unfortunately, I don't think you could really download my visual novel games right now, but I have created some, and one was like in development, but of course all of that is on my old computer, which no longer works. So in the future, I do want to make new visual novel games, but for right now, I'm just focused on making my webtoons. 13 is the games I own more than one copy of is Hakaoki, Skyrim, Stardew Valley, and Life is Strange. So yeah, like I said before about owning multiple copies and how I enjoy owning multiple copies, those are the games I own multiple copies of. And yeah, I just really like these games so much, especially Life is Strange. Like, I love that series so much that of course I'm gonna buy like multiple copies. 15 is my least favorite video game console design is the Nintendo 2DS. So yeah, like I said, I do not like the design of the 2DS. I know some people do because it reminds them of the old Game Boys, and I get it. I actually have, you know, a Game Boy Color. So I do like the Game Boy, the original Game Boy design, but for some reason with the 2DS, the original 2DS, I just do not like that flat design. Like, I prefer the clamshell design. So yeah, I do. Least favorite console. My favorite video game console design is the PS Vita. So yeah, I love the PS Vita so much. I love how it looks. I don't really care for the original PS Vita design, but I love the updated slim version. It's my vibe, so I really enjoy it. And I also like the PSP, but the PS Vita, you know, it's my heart. 17th is my favorite video game soundtracks are Life is Strange and Cyberpunk. So yeah, I really like Cyberpunk soundtrack. It's just like, I be vibing. And I also really like Life is Strange. It's like, it's so beautiful. It's just like so beautiful, and I just like love the artists that have came together and gave us these beautiful soundtracks. 18, I prefer console gaming over PC gaming, and this, well, it's kind of a bias but also not, because right now I don't have a gaming PC, so naturally, you know, I don't really care for PC gaming. So I do prefer console gaming because I just really enjoyed, you know, holding, you know, controller and just, you know, that whole, you know, only like disc and everything. But I'm sure once I finally do get my own gaming PC, then I'll start to enjoy PC gaming more. But for right now, I do prefer console gaming over PC gaming. 19, I enjoy series more than standalone. So yeah, I don't really like when games have to end. So I really do like it when games are in like a trilogy or whatever. Like right now, I'm really enjoying Mass Effect. I'm really loving that, you know, it's all tied together, because I know with Dragon Age it's not tied together, so you can pretty much jump into the game whenever you want. But I really like how with the Mass Effect series it's all tied together, the characters are all tied together, and I just love how when I finish a Mass Effect game, I could go to the next. Like, I just finished both 1 and 2 this past month, and I do plan on playing 3 one day, and I can't wait till 4 comes out. So yeah. 20th, I would never buy a console just for one game. So yeah, I know some people probably would, but I would never spend that much money on a console if I'm just going to be playing one game. Like, I gotta be interested in more than one game in order to get a console, because I remember when the Switch first came out and I was kind of like on the fence about getting it, because I'm not really a huge Nintendo, like, you know, like most of the games on like the 3DS or whatnot are games I don't really care for. Like I don't really care for Zelda or Mario or anything like that. So when the Switch came out, I was on the fence about getting it because at the time not many games were out, but now there are so many games out for the Switch that, you know, I really wanted to get the Switch. And yeah, so I just because there are consoles that have games I'm interested in, but I just don't want to buy that console just for that game. Like for example, Tell Me Why is only for Xbox, and you know, it's only for like Microsoft, you know, stuff. So I don't want to buy a whole Xbox just to play Tell Me Why, or you know. 21, I keep games in my collection even if I don't like them. So I know some people are like the complete opposite. Like if they're not enjoying the game, they will just sell it or give it away, but not me. I'm a video game collector, so even if I end up not liking the game and I stop playing it and I don't plan on going back to it, I want to keep it in my collection just, you know, for collection purposes, just to, I guess, to say I have it. And I also sometimes do hope one day I could be interested enough to play that game again, but for now, I just keep games in my collection even if I don't plan on going back to it. 22, I rarely read video game reviews, so I highly recommend people don't read video game reviews because some of them could be a bias, others are just too hateful. Like, I don't know what's up with them, but it feels like they go out of their way just to hate on the video game, just to hate it, and I don't like that either. So I high-key don't like reading video game reviews. I prefer just experiencing the game myself or watching gameplay videos of the game to see if I'm interested in. But yeah, I don't really care to read video game reviews, and I also don't really ask people if a game is good, you know, like my friends, if they're playing the game. I don't really do that a lot where I ask them, oh, is this game good, is that game good, because you know, they might like it but I might not, you know, vice versa. So 23, my first video game cosplay is Nakito Kamehameha from Danganronpa 2. So yep, I had if any of you have seen the boxing video and try on haul I did last year, but I have bought the Nakito cosplay, and it's my first video game cosplay, and I really like the outfit and the wig and everything, so I can't wait to wear it to a convention one day. So but yeah. I do hope to one day buy more cosplays, especially, you know, video game cosplays. So 24, story matters to me more than graphics. So yeah, I like graphics could be like the most pixelated, and I would love the game if it has a good story. Like for example, Shenmue. I played the first and second game, and that game has the most outdated graphics. It has the most 1990 graphics you have ever seen, but I just love that game so much because the story is so good, the characters, I feel for them and everything, so I don't mind the graphics, and it honestly gives me nostalgia anyways. Like seeing the 1990 graphics and all that, it just gives me so much nostalgia that I just love it. So yeah, but either way, I do care more about story than graphics, because if a game doesn't have an interesting story but the graphics are amazing, I am not playing it. Sorry to say, I'm not playing that. And 25, I don't really watch video game adaptions. So what I mean by, you know, video game adaptions, that means I guess like movie adaptions or like TV show adaptions. But it's actually funny because I know right now they're in the process of making The Last of Us into a TV show, and they're also in the process of making Cyberpunk 2077 into an anime, I think. And I do plan on watching them, but these days I don't really watch video game, you know, adaptions. But if it's a video game that I'm really interested in, like Cyberpunk, you know, The Last of Us, they even came out with, they even turned the Shenmue game into an anime. Like, I'm currently watching that and I'm enjoying that. So if it's a video game that I'm enjoying, then yeah, I'll watch it. But yeah, I don't really watch. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you got to know me a bit more about my video game you know, facts and tastes and everything like that. So let me know down below if you could relate to any of these gamer facts, or if you're the complete opposite of me or anything like that. Let's talk. So yeah, like this video, like, subscribe, share this video. Yeah, subscribe for more content like this, mostly gamer content. All my social media links will be down below. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, you know, all that good stuff. Follow me if you want to see me outside of this YouTube and everything. And yeah, so I just apologies for, you know, not posting as much. Just been going through some stuff, you know, the whole huge. But yeah, so I'll see you guys in my next video.